Retail industry is going through major transformational shift. So which are the top 15 retail digital transformation trends in 2024? That's what we are going to discuss in this video. Hello everyone, my name is Sam Gupta. I am principal at Elevate IQ. Elevate IQ is the independent ERP and digital transformation consulting firm. We help our clients with digital transformation strategy, enterprise technology selection, ERP implementation, as well as change management. On that note, let's go back to today's topic, which is going to be top 15 retail digital transformation trends in 2024. We published these trends in 2023 as well. So this is just the continuation of that. Last year, our focus was mainly on the macroeconomic conditions as well as geopolitical shifts. These trends are likely to continue in 2024 as well, with the major changes being because of AI. So let's look at the list. Number 15 on our list is last mile traceability. Overall, when you look at last mile traceability, it was a very interesting trend for the most part. The reason for that is because in the last mile space, the market was very fragmented traditionally. When the supply chain visibility platforms as well as suites started acquiring capabilities, they focused primarily on combining all of the different modes as well as geo based networks. And now the priority seems to be on the last mile traceability as well, primarily because of the push for DTC like experiences, where last mile traceability matters a lot. Especially in DST centric business models, the last mile traceability is a critical component if the brands want to have the end to end visibility into supply chain, including last mile. So overall, if you look at some of the trends, especially in the supply chain suite space, we saw some of the acquisitions with Blue Yonder as well as E21. So these acquisitions are going to be common in 2024 as well. We are going to see a lot more. So that's why the last mile traceability trend is going to be there in 2024. And that's number 15. Now, number 14 on our list is supply chain visibility platforms and improved visibility because of that. So, number one, we saw the consolidation of many different supply chain platforms. Traditionally, they focused on specific modes or geo. So now it is all coming together, especially when brands are going to need the supply chain control tower capabilities. That is only going to be possible when they have end to end visibility across different geographies, across different network types, as well as modes. So that is all coming together, especially with the likes of companies like E2 Open. Now the carrier data is improving as well with 4 kites and Project 44. So this is, we are going to see a lot more consolidations by these vendors. The visibility is going to increase. The control tower capabilities are going to be richer, and because of this data and because of the AI and ML models, you are going to see improved forecasting accuracy, because the AI models and ML models, they need a lot of data, and that's why these supply chain visibility platforms are going to see a lot more consolidation. We will see this consolidation with the other vendors such as your ERP suites. They are going to acquire them as well, just in the hope of getting this data and increasing their deal size. So that's number 14. Number 13 on our list is InStore Experiences. And when you look at the traditional architecture for InStore, for the most part, it was very disconnected. The way retail brands designed their architecture, the POS, OMS layer was completely disconnected from the other layers. Now, if you want the inventory visibility across seamlessly in the omnichannel architecture, then you would require these layers to be connected, especially in the retail space. This was a major problem in general because these spaces are very high volume overall in terms of the transactions, and the speed is the name of the game. So because of that, you can't have the operational overhead on each of the transactions, and because of that, the brands and retailers, they traditionally decoupled their architecture, focused primarily on POS and OMS piece as the operations perspective, and then the backend processes were doing the heavy lifting after the fact. That's how most of the traditional architectures were. But now, with the technologies such as your AI based interactive technologies, the deepfake, now the in store experience is going to be superior. And because of that, the architectural patterns might change. This shift we have seen with the omnichannel experiences driven by headless or composable commerce technologies. So now this is going to be even at a greater level. We are going to see the redefined expectations from the consumer perspective, especially in store experiences. So that's number 13. Number 12 on our list is AI augmented products. And in 2023, we are seeing just the beginning of how AI is going to be embedded with every single product around us. Those are going to be consumer driven products. We have seen extreme cases such as toothbrushes incorporating AI. So now we are going to see a lot more of those scenarios where AI is going to be the similar trend as we saw when the mechanical devices were getting converted into more of the electrical or electronics devices. So now AI is going to be a very similar trend. And because of that, the brands are going to need the advanced infrastructure to be able to support these capabilities. The architecture is going to change, the design is going to change, the consumer expectations are going to change. So we are going to see a lot more trend related to AI augmented products. So that's number 12. Now, number 11 on our list is sustainability. And sustainability has been major focus in 2023. So this is going to be a trend in 2024 as well. Especially there are countries around the world are facing elections, and sustainability is definitely going to be a focus. The policies that are going to be driven by governments, they are going to drive the adoption of sustainable products. The consumer preferences are also going to drive the adoption of sustainable products. And because of these strategies, they are going to fuel digital transformation. The brands are going to require newer capabilities to support these initiatives, especially around reporting. So that's number 11. Now, number 10 on our list is continued supply chain disruptions. This is just the continuation of our trends from 2023. We are going to see a lot more supply chain disruptions even in 2024. The situation may have stabilized a little bit, but the disruptions are still there because of the newer wars. So they are likely to continue in 2024. And because of that, we have seen the container prices already increasing. Now, we don't know at this point of time how contained this is going to be or how much it might get escalated. But because of all of this, the brands are going to notice supply chain disruptions, and they have to plan for their supply chain networks to accommodate any disruptions caused by the geopolitical issues. And because of that, they are going to trigger the transformation initiatives. So that's number 10. Now, number 9 on our list is opening of market budgets. So this is in comparison to 2023. 2023 was slightly more conservative year just because of the economy. And now the expectation is that the economy might be back maybe in the second half of the year. But because of the current issues, it might take a lot more time before it is going to be completely normal. So there might be slightly opening of marketing budgets, but it might not be as promising as we were hoping in 2024. So, and because of that, you are going to see the conservative brands may find some more comfort in investing in newer technologies. So that's number nine. Number eight on our list is micro fulfillment, and we had this particular trend in 2023 as well. So we are going to see this continue in 2024. Now, some of the trends that are really driving the trends of micro fulfillment is that 3PL costs are escalating, and micro fulfillment is a cost effective strategy in utilizing the existing infrastructure. But the micro fulfillment is going to require the operational shift. This is going to drive the architecture. The tech stack needs to be modernized as well. So that is also going to drive the digital transformation strategy for 2024. So that's number eight. Now, number seven on our list is composable, omnichannel, and unified commerce. This trend was there in 2023 as well. So we are going to see continued innovation, especially by the larger brands in the composable as well as omnichannel unified commerce technologies. Now, because of AI, you are going to see a lot more channels, a lot more devices, and that is going to drive the omni-channel, the seamless experience that consumers are going to require in the traditional architecture. When you had just maybe two or three or four interfaces, it was okay to have slightly more siloed, disconnected experience, but that is probably not going to be possible with so many different devices interacting with your backend infrastructure. The other trends that we are going to see with technologies such as QR codes or deepfakes, they are going to drive the personalization technologies, as well as you are going to see QR codes, which are going to provide a lot more channels that retail typically did not have. So that is what is going to drive the expectations from the customer experience perspective. So that is number seven. Now, number six on our list is increased adoption of QR codes. And we saw this trend in 2023 where we are seeing QR codes pretty much everywhere. But one area which has not utilized the QR codes is the warehouses as well as the WMS applications. It's going to take a while before the QR codes become mainstream, even inside the warehouses, but that is going to drive a lot of innovations the way we are going to be interacting with these hardwares as well as the interfaces. So QR codes is going to become mainstream. We are going to see a lot more embeddedness because of QR codes, even inside the transactionals as well as ERP, e-commerce centric applications, and that is going to drive the expectations from the consumer perspective, as well as the architecture and in turn the digital transformation initiatives for retailers. So that's number six. Number five on our list is newer personalization trends, and these are all driven by AI technologies, especially around deepfakes. Overall, how penetrated deepfake technology is going to be is a question depending upon how policies and the regulatory changes are going to be there. But personalization is going to be one of the areas which are probably not going to be as impacted as long as they are going to be regulated. One of the changes that we might see around deepfakes is that deepfakes might experience more of the regulated circulation, where how many ever deepfakes we have in the market, very similar trend as your cannabis market, where the any of the circulation need to be tracked. So this could be there for the deepfake technologies as well, the way we are experiencing regulatory monitoring even for the AI models. For example, the recent announcement around know your customer for the AI model training, we might see similar trends for the deepfakes as well, but they are going to drive the personalization trends, and that might change the game of commerce in the expectation of those immersive experiences that the newer personalization technologies are going to require. So that's number five. Number four on our list is shift in AI augmented search engine rankings. And search engines have been trying to utilize the generative AI capabilities as part of their search engine algorithm. So the companies are producing a lot of content using ChatGPT, but now we are going to see even search engines incorporating these technologies. So that is going to impact the rankings, the way the search engines are going to rank the content, because now they will be able to spot the content that is going to be duplicate. So initially, the way search engines work, they were primarily looking at the content structure itself in determining whether the content is duplicate or not. But now with ChatGPT, it can determine the duplicate content, even if it is going to be simply rephrasing or rewriting. The way ChatGPT can write, it can detect this as well. So as search engines incorporate these technologies as part of their algorithm, we are going to see a lot more changes overall in the way the search engines work. They are going to impact the rankings for retailers, the companies that were producing boilerplate content that might no longer rank on the search engine platforms. So we might see substantial shift overall with this particular trend. So that's number 4. Now, number 3 on our list is SEO optimization for newer channels. And these newer channels are going to be very ChatGPT centric. So even though search engines are going to incorporate this experience, but the experience is going to be very different as your ChatGPT becomes slightly more real time. It has already very near real time as of today. So now the users are going to switch to ChatGPT like technologies for shopping as well as e-commerce as well. So we are going to see a lot more newer channels, and because of that the architecture is going to change. Because of that, the expectation of seamless experience as well as the composable experience is going to change. So this is going to drive a lot of different changes, including the kind of skill sets that we are going to require. So that's number 3. Number 2 on our list is collaborative and conversational search workflows. Traditionally, when you look at the way brands implemented these different technologies, the chat was very disconnected from search. Search was very disconnected from your guided buying CPQ sort of initiatives. Now they are most likely going to come together. They are going to be part of the same interface, and CPQ might not experience as much change just because of the kind of rules it is going to support. And ChatGPT technologies may not be as fit for that, but we are definitely going to see the merge of the chatbot as well as the search technologies. And companies that are going to specialize in the custom LLM platform development, they are going to have slightly more competitive edge because of their in-house data as well as in-house content, and because of that their experience is going to be richer. So that's number 2. Now, number 1 trend on our list is expedited content generation. And expedited content generation is going to be because of the ChatGPT technologies, whether you talk about the creating short form content using your long form content, or simply rewriting the existing written content. That all is going to be possible using ChatGPT technologies. The speed of content creation is going to increase, and because of that, companies that were hesitant with their digital commerce, digital capabilities in the past, now they are going to invest a lot more, because all of this content can be generated fairly easily and brands can compete with much larger brands. And this is also going to drive the trend for high quality content, because the lower quality content is probably not going to rank as well on Google as well as the search engines. So that's number 1. If you enjoyed this video, we are going to include a detailed article that is going to have much deeper analysis. So you might want to check that. We publish these videos on a weekly basis. So we encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, this podcast is available in the audio form on Google, Spotify, as well as Apple. So you might want to check there and subscribe. Also, if you have not checked our digital transformation report for 2024, so we are going to include the link. So check that out. On that note, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one.